Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 41, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Winston. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a safe touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Runs good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and inches. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you can actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing now is Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 76 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They look to throw. It's Locke. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Locke gonna throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Lock exits on 4th down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers.
Myers' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage coverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top. It gives you a chance to go make a play.
He got 29 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready? 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jameis to throw it. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Winston. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it for series.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape. They did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's a gain of 4.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, Winston. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run it with Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this time he is in. Alvin Kamara as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 29, Locke. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Kamara up the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
The kind of game he's had so far, he had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Play action now, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Working out of the gun, Winston.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Quick throw to Olave.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd down and goal. Winston escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him. Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try.
The kick by Lutz is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give for Walker running right. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Block now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Slant pass complete to Olave.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A first down throw for Winston.
Downfield, and he's got Olave.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Off the play fake. Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Winston. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. That poor defensive line, they've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Locke. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston.
The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On play action, Winston. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Winston.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Winston. He's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Kamara trying again, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Winston to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And Parker, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win. The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from long, very long range. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First down 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. You know they're going to be looking his way in overtime. He's had a fantastic game, but unable to hook up there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass, and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get open? How do you not know they're going to go to him? He's a big play guy. In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away.
From the gun, it's Locke. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a 1st down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with a short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a 1st down, maybe 2. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. But make sure you get yourself in position and let your kicker have at it. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And some room to work. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Walker. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat.